to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had our coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. First down line at the 34 here on third down. To throw here, Dalton. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. Touchdown, New Orleans. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 62 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action here with Dalton. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Passing, it's Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Cousins gives way to Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Left side, Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkins Hawkinson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
He's got it at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Again, it's Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton bootlegs out. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Dalton off play action. Looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some